Hey everyone, what I have for you today is the automatic chicken door by JVR. It comes with a linear actuator, the rails, the door, power supply, and weatherproof enclosure with a controller inside. You've got a input power with a quick connect, output power to the actuator, and a safety sensor, which is the only thing that doesn't have a quick connect. Kind of have a gripe about that, so it's hardwired into the controller, and that'll make for a slightly more difficult install. But anyway, let's get to it. So I've went ahead and built this frame because I've already got an existing Coop door and the actuator is not going to fit on it. So if you're building from scratch, what you need is a hole that's 11 inches wide by 12 inches long, and then you can bolt right to it. But I've got to use this as sort of an adapter plate. Now I've got to fill this space up, so I'm going to use some 1/2 inch hardware cloth. That will work. I can flip it over and start the install. So I've went ahead and moved to the floor for better visibility. I'll go ahead and put these side rails on. Even to the inside edges and even to the bottom. I'll be making pilot holes with a number 41 drill. Look at that. I messed this side up. Hole is inside. Don't make that mistake. There we go. Now, let's try that again. Now I'll try to put the sliding door in. Excellent. Now the distance between this pinhole and the actuator and the top needs to be 29 and 11/16 inches. Since we got a slotted hole, I'll try to go for the middle. So just like we have a slotted hole down here, I've given myself a range between these two marks to mount the actuator. So it should go in the middle. Will probably work out just fine. Down at the door, it's got a pin. It'll go through this side, a spacer, and then a little retaining key. Now at the top position, I'll push this all the way down. You get the long self-tapping screw. Run through there, put in the spacer. I'll push this just most of the way to full extension. I'm going to put it through a test run. I've got the controller down here. And the safety sensor, I'll keep it clear, but to make this move, you push the manual button. This thing's really quiet. Now online it says it's like 37 decibels is all the noise level that it puts out. All right, let's extend. Now I'll break the safety sensor. This thing's supposed to have like a 10-inch range. There, it's out of range. So if I mount it here, the actuator shouldn't trip its own sensor. I'm going to fine tune the placement of this safety sensor. So when it makes and breaks, you can hear the contacts in the box. It's also got a red light on the back. So the best way to do this is to take wherever your target's going to be and make a solid plane, and cardboard works good for that. So I want it to be right here. It also gives some alternatives in the instruction manual that you can place this about 8 inches above the bottom of the door, pointed at a 45-degree angle here. Now that might be an ideal situation too. Which that might work. But I really want it down here. Looks like this is going to be the spot that works. It has a slotted hole, so it gives you some flexibility in how you want to make the alignment. That'll work. Now, I'm not ready to install this yet because I still have to mount this box on the wall and I don't have a quick connect. But I can come back to this once we get out to the chicken coop. On the back of the enclosure, it also has tabs that you can mount onto here to hang this up, which is okay. I wish there had been holes on the inside, but you would have to take the back plane out to get to those, so not quite as easy as it should be. So I'll go ahead and use these. What's going to work best in my situation is to use two opposite corners, this one and this one. Yeah, I know. Using a drill runs the risk of breaking plastic, stripping holes, whatnot, but I'm barely going to pull the trigger. Another fantastic thing about this controller is that it's entirely unplugged right now, and yet the timer has a battery to keep itself running. So in the event of a power failure, you don't lose your memory. The door just doesn't move, and I'm okay with that. Now the other options were to put in a photo sensor, but I've read a lot of bad reviews about storms coming in, clouds coming by, trees putting out too much shade. You trip the sensor and then either your birds get left out or they get left in. And I just want something more reliable than that. Well, it's time to go to the birdhouse. Here we are at the birdhouse. You can see that everybody's getting ready for some food, going up for the night. Even all these little critters in here. Hey there. Hey there. And here's the actuator on the frame ready to be installed. Hi there, critters. Hey, y'all want some snacks? Hey, you're missing out, Red. You come get it? Oh, she's not coming to get it. There she is. All right, I'm gonna go get this put on. Again, it's another gripe of mine that I had to cut the hardware cloth to actually get the sensor pulled through the fence. Plug this in, I can't have my night light. But I would like to see it work. Got a problem with the plug. It takes up the entire block and I can't have a night light in here. So these birds actually like it, so they can fly all the way up there in the dark. So I'll have to revisit this part. So the only button I've used for this entire install is manual. So you toggle that, you can go up or down or put it back in auto. At the moment, I don't have any time-based programming. I plan to do a separate video on programming the timer. Hi, girls. Well, that's all I have for this video. I hope you thought it was interesting. I'll bring up another one for programming the timer soon. So stay tuned and thanks for watching.